I'm not used to these, so.
Oh, take your time.
I think this is literally my first time cutting with a polearm.
Cool. It makes it a lot more fun.
Not too bad. Bottom still fell. I decided to go for center mass
That's fair.
instead of trying to do multiple cuts on it because again, first time with this. There's a definite scallop on the bottom there. The initial cut and about halfway through looks great, and then there's a scallop there. So I don't know if the camera can tell that, but you can definitely see that.
Yeah.
We'll do one more.
Have fun with it.
So you like it here?
Yeah.
No sliding.
I don't like that. I like to have complete control of it because remember it's a pokey poke. The fighting style for this was meant to be used by women in tight hallways, so you might not have a lot of room. Yeah. So when a samurai, when they were off fighting at war, that was the choice of the woman when they were fighting in the homes.
Okay.
So that was essentially you don't have a lot of room. You're using that in tight hallways, and you've got to do very. You can do big cuts with it, but you remember you're doing it in a hallway.
I feel like down here would be a lot better than up here.
Try it.
I feel like that's better for me.
Again,
I don't know how accurate that is.
That is also short.
Okay.
So a naginata, so put it at your side, like tip to the ground. Now lift it up about 1.5 feet. It's supposed to be lat long.
Okay. I feel like instead of holding it here, I feel like I should hold it like here.
You can try it, but like I said, I hold it that far because I like having the control. Because remember, like with naginata, you have a lot of rolling cuts, so that you want that center you want to kind of balance on that center point a little bit.
Okay.
I said, have fun.
Oh, for the oat milk. Back. Oh, I'm too close.
That one you might want to change hands. There's hand swapping.
There's literally hand swapping it? Okay.
Yeah. That'll make it easier.
That second hit is always more difficult than the first.
Yeah. You even still have water in it to cut?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say, damn.
No.
Oh, you just You're just recording it.
I completely missed where I wanted to hit. I wanted to hit down here, so that I would not mountain.
Yeah.
I totally mounted. It looks like what happened is this back edge looks kind of fairly straight until it hits this back wall.
Yeah.
This completely did not even cut at all. This front part. So like I did the front cut right. Front cut went okay. I did see a little bit of scallop there. And then when I did this side, that back edge looked like it cut fine. But you can even see in the camera here how this scrunched and then ripped. So this ripped like all of the... It's weird.
It's your first time with a polearm.
It is my first time with a polearm. Can you hold this? Can I get it? Do you like to keep it out or in?
Probably more out.
Probably more out? Okay. A little bit of impact and then ripping along this edge. I think it was more like that. And a little bit of ripping here as it impacted before it started cutting again. still a little bit of a scallop. But I gotta say, these cartons are fairly thick.
Yeah.
It's kind of difficult.
And they're
to
probably
cut
also a little bit mushy from the moisture that was in them.
right.
Because I assume you cleaned them out.
I rinsed them.
Yeah.
I didn't clean them.
Well, yeah, so they're probably a little bit mushy.
Yeah. All right, your turn.
Okay.
Oh man, that looks so much better.
Almost. I didn't commit enough, but it would have made it right through again if I committed a little bit more.
I mean, that's a nice clean cut. That would have messed someone's day. I think what it is, your distance is better than me with that pole arm for sure. So this was super clean. There's a little bit of ripping on this edge and this back edge, but I think that's more so because of how sharp that is. If you had that a little bit sharper, this would be cleaned up.
It is like
your distance is what killed you on this.
Yeah, I didn't come in enough and commit to doing
But
it.
it looks straight all the way through. That's a lot better form than I had, for sure. And if you had your distance a little bit more,
Right.
that would have been right through.
All right, now I want to see if I can do that fancy cut. I don't think
I got a bunch of stuff to cut, man. Like,
I'm gonna try to see if I can do it. I don't think I can because it's been so long, but I'm gonna try it. I'm not sure if the camera's gonna see it, but that's okay.
there we go. Okay.
They said like there's a lot of rolling cuts in Nagano, so that's really where you want to hold it because
That's really where I want. Oh, okay.
Because if you cut, you're rolling on that hand because that's your middle.
Just tell me I'm wrong. If I'm holding it down here, just be like, no, you're freaking wrong.
You really want to hold it like
Okay.
about there.
I'm
That's
wrong.
going to give you
Got
the
it.
most leverage. You want leverage with this weapon.
Okay. Do you bring this in as you cut, or do you leave this out?
Hip. It's hip. It's hip.
So if it's hip, I probably want to keep that out, right?
Yeah.
So I don't want to lean this in and then.
Not necessarily. It's a lot of hip. There you go.
That felt better. I didn't hit where I wanted to hit, and I also hit a little bit too in because I'd see the smuts.
The smuts.
Right about here, and it goes up.
This was your.
Oh, I see. Yeah. So I probably impacted right on the flat of this wall. That may be why that's in. It's also a scallop. Damn, I'm so scalloping. Okay, we'll try again.
I'll get the bottles for you. Just get ready.
I mean, I'm already here.
Oh, okay.
Alright, so I'm scalping. I need better follow through. Keep this out. Keep it about right there. I'm gonna hit about right there where it starts. It's still close. Let me do this here. That's better.
It looked better.
Less scallop. That's improvement. There's a ripping here.
I think it's just because of the top.
That may be because of how it bends.
Yeah, it's just the top.
That
I mean, he had a bad day.
He definitely had a bad day, but the scallop is less. I see a little tiny bit here, but that scallop is less. I guess if you want to grab me another one. Please and thank you.
No worries. I'd say give yourself a little bit more angle.
A little bit more angle.
Come here.
Okay.
So
I mean, that's what I'm aiming for.
I mean, but I see whenever you're.
Oh, I'm
going
at a
down,
steeper
you're at a
angle.
steeper
I need to
coming up.
I need to level it out some.
Yeah.
Okay.
Try to avoid that top, because I think that's what's messing up. You're hitting that top, and it's rolling you a little bit.
So I'm doing more like this, and I need to do more like this.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. So something like that.
Yeah, I'd say just about that. There you go.
That was a lot better.
Mm.
That's good. Tiny little bit of scallop there.
You're getting it though.
That's what, but that does look a lot better than my first
it
one.
Does. It does.
Oh, what the happened there? I think what I did.
What did you do?
My foot landed, and then I brought my torso around like this, but I'll see it later on the thing. I think that's what happened. I did this, and then brought it through, but I'll see it on the camera later. Gosh, that's terrible.
You mind if I get a redemption cut?
Please. Yes, sir. Hey, if you before you cut, if you take a step or two to your right, your shadow won't block the material. There you go. That looks good. I mean, it popped off the sand a little bit, but yeah, that's the top.
Tiny little bit.
I don't know how you have the opposite problem where you're. Well, I guess that is a little bit of stuff. Yeah, your form is definitely way better than me with arms, for sure.
What?
Yeah.
Practice makes perfect.
You have a lot more practice with pull arms. Weird how that works. Yeah, there is a little bit of scallop because you can see how this kind of like bends down and then comes up. But way better than mine. Oh, off balance. There we go. Okay.
And also just wants to let you know how hard it's trying.
Oh.
What's up?
I hit the cap.
Did you cut the cap at least?
I cut it, but then everything after that ripped.
Big one.
I think it is. I think I set it up so it sees more of you than the. Nice.
Again, a distance thing. And
Distance thing. It looks cool as shit. Man, if you had just like an inch more, that would have done all the way through. Again,
Little.
there's ripping here on this backside here. I don't think that's because of your form. I think that's because that could actually be a little bit sharper.
Yeah.
When I felt it a little bit.
I'm gonna get it professionally sharpened.
I think that could be a little bit sharper.
I'm gonna try an upcut and see if I can get that. It's like my worst cut.
Oh, to that? Oh.
I mean, it was, again, it's my range thing because I'm nervous about that, so I'm kind of like, eh.
Again, I don't care if my post gets hit, because that's like a $4 4x4 put into the ground. I'd be more worried about where you're using to hit it. I can fill that back up if you want.
Yeah, I'd say fill it. I'll just go across it. And for that, I'll just do I'll do like a big rotary cut. And just.
You even have a little bit of cut on this inside line here.
It was just a committal thing for me.
So like you see that? See that right there?
Yeah.
You had it started.
It was just a commitment thing.
That seems like more of a commitment thing because this is farther away.
Yeah.
If you had committed, that probably would have been a lot better. But let me pull this up.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Is I'll show you. So
So the water line is just a little bit below where that actual slice is.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to aim right about there.
Perfect.
All right.
Nice.
Still went a little bit up.
There is a slight curve to it.
Yeah.
It's not bad at all. But again, it fell right next to the post. The only way you could have gotten that better is if the base had stayed there. That's really difficult. So, well done.
That one.
I saw what you did there.
Yeah. Oh wait, where did we even go? Which one was that?
You over anticipated the cut. Yeah, that's a rip. A lot of rip.
Oh well.
Do you even? So this.
Yes, it was.
Yeah. So this back edge.
Yeah.
You can see how wavy that line is, and the only reason that's straight is because it hit the curve on this. The rest of this is just rip.
Big oof.
And you want to know? Do you know what you did?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I'll let you know.
So what you did? All of your other strikes look better than this one. This is your worst one
this
by
one was
far.
just like I'm overthinking it probably.
You totally overthought it. So what you did, instead of having a nice movement and your body having momentum through it, you overthought it, and you stepped, and you foot landed, and then you're just trying to muscle it through.
Yeah.
And that killed
that killed the cut.
It killed your cut. It killed your momentum and your flow through everything. So like everything else was just nice and smooth, and this was just like, I'm gonna cut something, bam, bam, and it did not work.
No, they still had a bad day though.
They still had a bad day. I wouldn't want to be hit by that, but you can see the difference between the two.
All right, we are ready.
I feel like this needs to be sharpened too. This doesn't feel as sharp as what it could be. I should be scared to put my fingers on here. I'm a little, if I drew it, but like not so much. That's okay. This in my work pants is weird. It doesn't let me move the way I want it to.
Cut the top off of it.
I mean, that is kind of where I was aiming. That's going to be a deeper angle. I'm not as good on the left side. I jumped a little bit, which means I scalloped. Yeah, you can see a little bit on this end here. You can see how it kind of... You see how this end is a little bit lower than this end?
Yep.
Came up like that. All right, so this is a katana that I've sharpened, and that's not to be proud of anything. That's just to tell you that I am very much an amateur sharpener. And what I did is I don't have a bevel on it. Can you show that to the camera real quick? So there is no bevel. All of this, all of the silver is just a straight. The silver is the bevel. So you can see where it's buffed out, where the natural color is here, and where the buff is here, and that silver is the bevel. So there is no short bevel in there, and that's how I sharpened it throughout the whole thing. Even the other side looks the same. So this is before I researched anything about how to sharpen things, and I was like, that looks good. So this is not this is not anything of how he does it. He's just trying my little weird Frankenstein sword here. So
I also, again, I think I told you, but I want like a little bit more handle. Like I want like...
Yes, and that katana is not historically accurate for dimensions at all. Looks good though. There's a little bit of rippage. You can see through it. But it stayed on the post, and that's not something to slouch over.
It was just all ripped.
So you mounted. You definitely mounted. I think your distance was a little bit off, because I don't think that tip of that sword came all the way through it.
Listen, I want a bit more handle on
yeah,
it, so.
I think it was a distance thing as well as maybe something else. I can't really tell, but okay.
That did not do what I wanted it to do.
Scoot to your, there you go. What do you think happened?
I'm not even sure. Like, I felt that. So.
You felt what?
Like, I
Just
felt roll,
describe it.
Roll.
You felt it roll?
I felt it roll, and that might have just been me, honestly.
Because what it looks like, if I'm reading this correctly, is as you impacted, your edge and your blade was not in line with the path of your movement. And so that explains, I don't know if the camera can catch this. You see these little move to your right a little bit. So this there you go. You see this divot and this divot? That explains that crushing action before it started cutting. And so that would explain that. And then you also have, from your angle, see if this was flat, you can see how that back edge is higher than your front. So you definitely wobbled in there as you were cutting, and that explains this weird shape here that you got here. I think that's what happened, is edge alignment. And because your edge alignment wasn't perfect,
it just went.
It crushed it, and then as it crushed it, it made it wobble.
Yeah, because I felt that for sure.
And then as it wobbled, it just got worse. I think that's what happened, if I'm reading that correctly. But also, that blade is not properly sharpened, so just keep that in mind.
But it's still nice.
When you're ready. Yeah, buddy. That looks a lot better. Yeah. Yeah, all the water is still in there, and it's still there. I'm right in that light. So it's a little bit smaller carton. There's a little bit of rippage up here at the start. But roughly from where you're making that cut, that looks the same. So that looks a lot better already. Take a step to your right. There you go.
I lost it for a second because I'm like, it fell into another carton, so I was like,
Where'd it go?
where'd it go?
No, the opposite side from what your main hand is always more difficult, for sure.
For sure.
Oh yeah, that's way different.
It also did that.
Yeah. You want to do one or two more with the longsword?
I'm gonna try.
Or do you want to switch back to the... Okay.
Redemption to the katana.
Do as many practice strikes as you need. We might be able to refill that. No, you hit it in the middle. Okay. It's not bad.
It's that fucked me up a little bit too.
Well, that bubble was innate to the thing.
Oh, okay.
Step to your right a little bit so it's not in shadow. There you go. Thank you. Trying to watch it through the video camera and also this.
It's fairly close. I don't think I fucked
It's
it up
pretty
too
close.
badly.
You did a little tiny scallop on the end here.
Mm.
I can see it through here. Yeah, there you go. It's good. You can see a little bit of a scallop right here, but not too bad. But again, I sharpened that sword. It doesn't have a bevel. It's probably not sharpened very well, so that's pretty good for that.
Can't complain.
Yeah, I don't think that's a. I think that might be as good as you get, but we'll show you on a tatami later.
Katana.
Oh gosh, this is way shorter than one.
That's why I said I want more handle.
It's both short in the handle, but also short in the blade. I'm having to be real close. I feel like this is ridiculously close.
That's fucky.
Screw you too. Threw off my groove.
Get it back. Do better. See.
My distance was off
It's bleeding out though.
by a hair. All right.
It's bleeding out though.
It's not bad. Get different angles of that.
Oh god. I mean, it's very clean.
It looks like a clean cut.
It looks very, very clean. It doesn't look too bad to me. It's bleeding out. Yeah, go ahead.
You're having a good day, that's for sure.
No, not at all. Want to finish it off?
Let's do my weak side.
Can you do an upcut?
An unter?
Yeah.
I'm not good at them. I'm not good at that either.
Gotta practice it. Gotta practice it to get better.
Strong side unter or weak side unter?
That's your choice.
Do a weak side unter. See how this works. And I'm not gonna do it with a step because that's a little complicated for me right now.
Again, he had a really bad day.
Keep messing up on my distance.
I mean, again, looks very clean though.
So you can see the first cut. That's it. So the first cut and the, come on, move. The second cut right there. I could probably refill this and try and do like another unter or something. Let's see how this looks. Just like 1 inch is all I needed to cut fully through that, man. That's not bad. I did kind of curve it at the end here. You can see that.
Yeah, a little bit right
Just
there.
Just a tad bit there. I could probably refill that up to here and try it again. This is a lot shorter than what I'm used to.
Like I said, I want it to be longer too, that's another reason I'm kind of like, eh.
All right, let me do it without any water.
Recording now.
Without any water.
I get smacked in the face.
Bro. Try not to. Again, this is shorter than what I'm used to. No step, just straight. Oh, I hit the one.
Ooh! Oh, ouch.
And that's why you buy quality weapons. Because sometimes you're an idiot and you hit the wood. That's a nice little cut in the wood there.
As your friend would say, what the hell?
Yeah. If I'm channeling Tom, what the hell?
What the hell?
Yeah, you can see it right there. I totally hit the wood on that.
Oof.
Yeah. Even lines up with it. I can see the little cut right there.
Ooch.
Yeah, you see that little sliver right there?
Ooch.
Yeah, that lines up.
Don't
right
do that.
Pro tip: don't hit your stand.
Yeah. Pro tip: don't do that.
I hate your feet.
I'm wearing Crocs, so it's okay. They can get a little
Crocs.
They can get a little wet. Are you gonna cut it again? Like, what?
No, that's so freaking dangerous.
Don't do that.
Oh yeah, that looks terrible. That's a terrible cut. I don't know if that's because of how I cut it, or if that's just because there's no water in it to keep it still. Because it definitely moved as soon as I hit it. So you can see. Come over here. Take a look at it from straight on. You can definitely see where I entered the cut. It made an S curve and then back around. So like entered up and then down.
And you made a not so fancy accordion.
I made it not so fancy. So this post is also my Pell, which is freaking burped at the same time I said that. So this post is also my Pell, so that's why it's so high. I kind of want to try and do a double cut on it.
Do what it do.
We're gonna see how that works. This will be really interesting to see how this gets put together.
I'm gonna back up a little bit just in case.
You may want to back up a lot.
I'll duck. I might drop your phone, but I'll get out the fucking way.
Gosh, this katana is so short compared It would. It just rained, so my grass is really slick right now.
Excuses.
Shut up.
He's like, if I screw this up, like, see what
It's the grass.
see,
Yeah.
see what had happened was.
Well, what happened was.
What had happened
it
was.
the grass. Frick.
You missed.
Did. I messed up the first cut.
You still fill it back up though.
I can. Oh yeah, that's not good at all. I don't know what happened that is so acute and then this is so different angle. It probably ripped.
Could have. Go. All right.
Alright, I've not done an unter yet today, so let's do an unter. Hold on, sorry. Better. Still not super great. Better than what I did. It looks mostly straight too.
Very good.